Hello, everybody. Just 1 second while we get everybody ready. But first, let's get Bellafied.
Brown Girl Bella.
Hi babes, it's me, Shannon B for Brown Girl Bella. I bring you lips, lashes, and luxury. My brand is all about high-end luxury, but I also do mid-tier reviews as well as for my bargain bellas, drugstore brands as well. I do makeup and skincare and show you what things you should spend your money on and which things you should simply toss away. There's something here for everyone, and there's something here for you. Come join me, be a Bella, and let's get Bellafied.
Everybody, welcome in. Let's get started. You know how we usually do. And for those who don't know how we usually do, we always start off with a song to kind of get us in the mood, get us happy, get us energized, and get us ready for our boss babe. So without further delay, let's get that started and let's bring on our music so we can get our boss babe out here. So, who's in the house tonight? Let's see. Hey, come on, y'all. Who's in the house tonight? Who's in the house tonight? Who's in the house tonight? Come on, y'all. Hey, and all for my old heads, my boss babes, my Bella Brigades, my babes out there. You know when this music comes, you drop those money bags, cause we still making money, right? Way from 2020, yes, still making money, honey. From 2020, baby, we still making money, honey. From 2020, baby, we still making money, honey. From 2020, baby. Come on, y'all. Who's in the house tonight? I see you, TT Wendy. Hey, I got you. Kathy Flowers in the house. Let's go. Kathy Flowers in the house. Let's roll. Chantal. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on, y'all. Let's go. Who else is in the house tonight? Who else is in the house tonight? Who else in the house tonight? Hey, Angela. Hey, come on, y'all. Yes, you can't wait to hear the best voice ever speak. I know that's right. Hey. Woo! Welcome in, everybody. Yes, TT, welcome them all in. Waiting for your sissy. Hey, Tracy T, welcome in. Dylan George, welcome, y'all. Hey, I see Miss Lackey's in the house. Miss Lackey's in the house. Hey, thank you, Dylan. Thank you for that beautiful comment. Yes, come on, EB team. Woo! Come on, y'all. Yes, let's give her some energy now. Come on. Hey, Imani. Hey, King PBT. What's up, y'all? Come on. Let's go. Hey, Angela. Come on, y'all. That's right. Money bags in the chat. Throw them money bags in the chat. Come on, Team Reese. Tracy T. Come on, y'all. Woo-hoo. Come on. Still making money, honey. From 2020, baby. We still making money, honey. From 2020, baby. We still making money, honey. From 2020, baby. Come on, y'all. Yes. Who's still still making that money, honey? From 2020, baby. Who's still making that money, honey? From 2020, baby. We still making that money, honey. From 2020, baby. All right. Hang on a second, because Mama always got another beat going. So let's cancel that beat. And without further delay, let us now talk about the person of the hour. So just to give you a little bio on our guest this evening, Miss Tamekia Flowers Ball. From graduating Syracuse University, she has amassed over 20 years of experience in event planning, marketing, talent relations, and youth development. In 2006, she fostered her entrepreneurial spirit and launched Epiphany Blue. By doing so, she turned her passions into a fruitful career and has been committed to inspiring others to do the same. So I'm not going to preamble this any longer because the woman of the hour is going to bless us now with some great information and expound on her bio. So without further delay, let's bring on the woman of the hour. Let's bring on Tamekia Flowers Ball. Hey, dog.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I think
Good,
we have
thank you.
somebody, one of your people backstage, Miko.
Oh,
You
okay, I'll
want
let her
me to
know.
give
You can give her the YouTube link.
Okay. Hey, Miko. All right, let me give you the YouTube link so you
Oh
can
my
go on
God.
the YouTube.
So, that's me setting out the wrong link and whatnot. Charge it to the
That,
Monday.
that's okay. That's okay. My bad, because I'm like links. I'm like, okay, here's links.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just glad they're joining in.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want to kind of dive in on something because in your bio, I failed to mention, but I see in your brand for Epiphany Blue, you bring out that you are a born and bred Brooklynite like myself.
Yes,
So let's
yes.
talk Brooklyn for a second. So where
Yeah.
in Brooklyn did you grow up?
East New York, Brooklyn.
Oh my God, me too.
Stop playing. Okay. So Star City.
Oh my God. Okay, Fairfield Towers.
Oh
But
my
my father lived in Starrett City.
God.
So I spent a lot of time in Starrett City. 50 Vandalia Avenue was
Wow.
like my
Okay.
stomping ground.
All right, neighbor. After all this
Neighbor,
time.
indeed.
Yes, the
All
planet of
those
Brooklyn
years we've
representing.
known each other, and this is the first time I'm figuring out that you were East New York
Yeah,
girl.
it's a little different over there now. They try to get off fly with little stores that they didn't have when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? Like Target and stuff. I'm like, that was just a dirt road where people dirt biked and race and drag race back there.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
But to look
Oh,
at it now, right? Oh
yes.
my
Look at it
God.
now. Yeah. My
So,
mother's still out there. Hey, Ma, I know she's on here. My mom's still out in Starrett, so I'm out there.
oh,
But she's still
awesome.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, my parents, well, my father's deceased now, but my
Oh,
grandparents who are also deceased, they stayed there until my grandfather's death 4 years ago now. And
okay.
then they finally turned over the apartment. But
Wow.
I will tell you, growing up in East New York was an experience. Like I didn't realize a lot of things that were like going on in
Girl.
world in that era because I was so sheltered. Like,
Yeah.
tell me
Yeah.
about young Tamekia growing up. Like, did you have brothers and sisters? Like, what was your childhood like growing up?
Yeah, so grew up in Starrett City, Brooklyn. I do have a brother, and in celebration of autism awareness, my brother is autistic and nonverbal, so this is a special time of year for us, and I love him dearly. So he's of course not joining right now, but that's my brother and my mom, who again is my rock, Michelle Flowers, my dad, so we stepmom Kathy. So I grew up in Starrett, went to Canarsie High School.
Mhm.
And those were the days. before metal detectors and stuff were in schools. So,
Yeah.
it was a little different time. And yeah, just, high school was a great experience. I love going to Canarsie, having, my friends that I met there that I'm still friends with to this day, friends that I met since I was 4, Alicia, Trisha, Danette, Tasha, Angie. So, it was definitely a great experience. I was on the booster squad, so we were the ones cheering in the stands, doing the steps, which is, was my prelude, for my Zeta experience. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a badge of honor to say you're from Brooklyn. I know Imani, who is my event planner for Epiphany Boo on here, we go back and forth with Bronx and Brooklyn. So, I got to let her know, yeah, y'all got hip hop, we have everything else.
Yes, absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, so it was, I've always wanted to, I was very driven. My mother, really instilled in me the importance of hard work, education, and went to after college, just went right to Syracuse University, and I guess the rest is kind of history. But my mother did tell me, though, being an event planner now, my mother shared with me the story that when I was younger, I used to play, like about 6 or 7 years, I used to plan events for my dolls, right? Like little tea parties and stuff. But
Yeah.
unlike most kids who would just like sit their dolls in the space, I had to like get out a pencil and piece of paper and write down whatever I wrote down in my little 7-year-old time, like a plan on how I wanted the event to go.
Yes.
And we never knew that would be like my job, my career to this day, that I started experiencing event planning at like 7 years old. So that's a little bit about little me.
Awesome. Awesome. So as a student in college, you mentioned that you chose Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So
Yes.
what made you choose membership in that sorority?
Well, there's really no other option. It is the option.
Okay.
No, there were, I wasn't, the most I knew about sororities was through my favorite show ever, A Different World.
Yes.
And it exposed me to college life. Didn't end up going to HBCU, but it exposed me to what to expect in a college life. And Syracuse always felt was like a little black college, a little small, little black college within a white PWI. But and there were just these ladies on the yard that they weren't high in number, but they were high in quality, and they were everywhere. And you would think there were like 20 of them. And it was like, I think at the time, maybe like 4 or 5 on the yard. And I was just like, who is this? Like, what is this organization? I had no idea, coming in, I've only really knew AKAs and Delta. So, after seeing these women on the yard and really like seeing what they're about, community service, they went in step shows, they're always around in the Shine. The Shine was our student center.
Yeah.
Doing this type of service, that. And I was just like, this is for me. And then as I researched more about what the sorority stood for, especially with finer womanhood, and, it was really no other option. And it was the best decision that I made. And I'm so proud to be a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I love my pretty Pi Iota chapter at Syracuse, and I love my Sigma Kappa Zeta chapter here in Brooklyn. Shout out to Pi I and SKZ. And it was the best decision. And actually the blue in my company, Epiphany Blue, is in honor of my sorority.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. So I'm an AKA.
Yes.
But I have to say, I love my Zeta Sands from Spring 96. I have a lot of Zeta friends.
Yeah.
So it always warms my heart when I see another sister Greek, no matter what color she wears. Like, we all represent
absolutely
our most best ability, right? And
yes.
I think when it comes to shining a light on sororities, everyone needs to be represented, because there's just not one monolith, right? And you get into these like stigmas, AKs are like this, or Zetas are like this, and Sigma are like this, and it's not. You can't paint everyone with the same brush. Everyone is different, no matter who you are, what chapter you're affiliated with, what sorority you're affiliated with. Everyone is different. And so we came in as women, hungry for
women
the
first.
And then we're women
first.
But then as you grow and as you mature in life with your sorority, you find when other women ask you about things, and they may not, ask me about
AKA in particular, but if they ever ask me, like, I'm interested in this sorority or I'm interested in that sorority, like, it's not my job to like change your mind and be like, oh no, come to mine.
No,
I'm like,
no,
okay, let me find you a person who I know who can guide you through that process. And that's
absolutely.
so
It
I
is because women get pitted together, pitted against each other way too much, and so
yes,
and it is like the thing, like to have the sorority, fraternity battles, but it's like we have to be like family. Like we may battle each other on the inside, but on the outside, don't come step for none of our sisters or brothers because we have to deal
exactly.
with the whole entire D9. But no, I mean Miko, who just was joining in, that's your soror,
Yes,
and a dear friend of mine. So it's we are women first, and we all the respect has to be across the board, and because we, especially at a college like that's predominantly white, you have to stick together. And
absolutely.
that was just something we just talked about. I'm on the of an advisory council at Syracuse, and we just talked about that issue of Divine Nine sticking together in order to be successful on campus.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have some of the same mission points in terms of outreaching to the community, and
Yeah.
especially as we hopefully will be confirming our first African American female justice to the Supreme
Yes.
Court.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, what a day,
Yes.
what a day. So
Yes.
we are all committed in making sure this sister gets confirmed and goes up to the highest court in the land. So
Yeah.
absolutely agree with
Yes.
you on that.
We need to give her the same energy we gave Kamala. We just have to give that same energy
Absolutely,
because, our
absolutely.
Supreme Court, we need to be taking over all these areas. All of these areas we need to be controlling as Black women.
Absolutely. And to that end, I love to see the end of first woman anything. I want to see us included in every part
Yeah.
of life and every part of society
Yeah.
because it's time. Like it's time that we break these so-called glass ceilings and rise to
Hmm.
a place of prominence as a people. So anything that I
Absolutely.
can do to support that, I am so wholeheartedly with it.
Yes. Yes.
So when we first met, you were the CEO of Hip Hop for Life. Can
Yeah.
you explain
Ooh.
why you started? Yeah, I know, right? Going way back.
Wow.
Can
Yes.
you explain how and why you started that company?
Yeah.
And sort of the mission of that organization, because I think it is vital to then go into Epiphany Blue and what you're
Yeah.
doing now, because it's different, but I love the fact that you started a company, you saw it through to its fruition, and then you came out and said, okay, this is now something else that I'm going to do, and you reinvented your next company and what that company entails. So let's talk a little bit about Hip Hop for Life.
Yeah, so I started out in advertising and then morphed into the music industry. And I when I came back to New York, I was constantly getting invited out by schools to talk about careers in the entertainment industry because I always want somebody to come out and talk about careers in the entertainment industry. And so I would come out and talk to the young people, but I also made it a point to stress to them, music industry is an entertainment industry, right? It's here to I don't want to call it fantasy, but it's fantasy. And there were so many kids out there dying to emulate what they saw in the music videos and what they saw their favorite artists doing. And so I was like, I want to come in and give it a real talk. I want to come in and talk really about the behind the scenes of what you see, how a lot of stuff in the videos is rented or given to you. Like I just wanted to explain to them that concept. So I kind of did my presentation about the music industry with a twist. And I remember, I'll never forget, I started thinking about, well, how can I make this into something? I didn't know, I didn't think it was going to be a nonprofit. I just wanted to make it into something. So fast forward, there was a young kid who had gotten killed. Never forget this. In the summer before I started Hip Hop for Life, so it was the summer of 2002. And he got killed for a leather jacket. Fast forward, and correct me if I'm getting the years wrong, but that October, Jam Master Jay was killed.
Mm,
Literally the day after Jam Master Jay was killed, I wrote the entire concept of Hip Hop for Life. which back then was called Hip Hop for Health, actually. Due to trademarking issues, I just switched the name. That's another story. But and I wanted to make this organization that tied in hip hop culture, but really worked toward the character development, enrichment, and self-confidence of young people, and to let them find within themselves what they're looking to receive from their favorite artists. And so started that organization, and that was in 2003. I remember it was June 2003. We had our first program at Minnesink in Harlem. Never forget it. And so many people were there to help me do that, including my friend Kimberly Cooper King, my best friend Tanisha Tate, Erica Kennedy. There's so many people, Nicole Tucker, so many people were there to help out. Charge it to my head and not my heart if I forget, everybody's name. But yeah, and we just ended up we were just taking the programs into schools, into other community organizations. And then ultimately somebody said to me, do you know that nonprofit doesn't mean you don't make money? Right? Because I was a nonprofit. I'm like, oh, they're like, no, you can make money. Like nonprofit, it just means you can't retain it. Like you don't have stock in your company. So I had to really learn. I kind of started it without knowing what I was doing. And then I started going into schools. I found out this guy was being paid just to throw parties in schools. I was like, if you're going to pay to throw parties, then we're going to receive funding to do this good work so we can continue to work on. And then the rest was history. We started working with the New York City Department of Education and did a lot of stuff around character development, a lot of stuff around confidence, college and career. We did our own stuff as Epiphany Blue. We had our empowerment team. Some of my teens are in their 30s now with kids. So how old do I feel?
Oh my God.
One of them actually works for me. Is my
wow.
Monique Kamler. Yeah, she was working with me, and when she came on to she was one of the first members of the empowerment team. Then she went to Cheney, then Temple. Then when she graduated, I hired her under Hip Hop for Life, and we went our ways, and in full circle, she's back. So we did a lot of stuff, a Shades of Beauty program for the young girls, and it was just great. And then I just decided, right before I had my son in 2015, and I resigned from Hip Hop for Life which again, now was Hip Hop for Life at that point, in December 2014. And told them that I was leaving in July 2015. My son was due in August, the first week. He came early, so I was still, nursing and at the office. But that was, so that was kind of the journey. But during that time, I actually was running Epiphany Blue as well. I started Epiphany Blue in 2006, so on May 5th will be 16. And that's Hip Hop for Life, and it will always be near and dear to my heart. I still have some stuff up about Hip Hop for Life. I still have my Shades of Beauty picture that you can't see because I'm turned, but I still have my memories of my first organization all around. And I just, it was a great 12 years.
Oh,
was it 12? Yeah, 12. Yeah, you hope 12 years. Goodness.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So fast forward, now you're at Epiphany Blue. You created Epiphany Blue. Explain what it is and what you do now with that company.
Sure. So when I first started Epiphany Blue, it was an event planning and talent booking agency. Again, didn't know what I was doing. It's like, hey, that sounds good. And what we ended up doing was we would plan events for companies and for the celebrities, and also work to book celebrities for client events, client, performances, for, advertising stuff. And one of my most favorite events we did, we had a couple of them that were great, but we actually ended up working with Burrell Communications Group and Tide, and we did a Tide booth, activation booth at the Essence Music Festival, and had Idris Elba there, and that was awesome. I never saw women act the way they did, and men act the way they did when that man came walking into that convention center. I have a long story about that, a funny story, but I'm not going to go into that story right now. But point is, we had a great experience. It was 4 days. It was tireless. It was no sleep, literally. And I was proud. And the way the name actually comes from something. So we all know the movie Boomerang. Everybody knows the movie Boomerang. And so it was the first time I saw it when I think it was like 15. And it was the first time seeing Black people on the big screen running stuff in an industry that I was interested in, advertising, product development. And At the end of the movie that y'all don't remember, Angela Halle Berry
Mm-hmm.
came to develop this brand called Epiphany, the Blue People.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so like intrigued by that. I don't know why. And I said when I was 15, I was like, if I ever start a company, I'm going to name it Epiphany. I said that. Didn't happen with Hip Hop for Life. I ended up kind of going off path. But when I had the chance to start Epiphany Blue, I honored what my 15-year-old self said. And I called it Epiphany based after the brand in Boomerang. And then the blue, of course, came with Zeta. Not Blue People, it came with Zeta, but it still correlates. So that's how the company was founded. I just wanted to, my whole goal was just to make a positive impact in everything that we did, whether we did these events, you know, the marketing we did. I just wanted to be positive. You know, I wanted to be something in the industry that was super positive. And then I got tired and I got old, and you know, doing events to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning was no longer my thing. So I said, you know what, I want to think about the next thing. So in 2011, 2012, I kind of changed the direction of the company. And at that time, I was doing work again with the New York City Department of Education because some of my clients followed me under Epiphany Blue to do different types of work with them. And I just decided, like, you know what, I need to just focus on this new direction, which is now creating memorable experiences that transform lives. We only do events that have a positive impact on the audience and on the community. And you know, it's just a new direction that we took. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But I'm super proud. Every day I wake up so proud of what I do. Every day I wake up to, hey, Esther. Another one of your sorors, by the way. Esther's another one of your sorors.
I know you. Join the channel, girl.
I'm so proud of the work that we do, and I'm so proud of the team that I have. I mean, I have two of my team members on here now, Chantel and Imani. They're just so amazing. And Monique and Brianna and Rebecca and Erica and Cornelius. Brandon, who's our new intern from Syracuse. You know, and it's a privilege to wake up every day getting paid to do what you love and to get paid making people happy. And that's what we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So one more shameless plug about Boomerang, and how, again, we are connected. So Reginald Hudlin, who wrote the story, used to work at Uniworld, where I started my marketing chops. So Boomerang is actually loosely based on his time at Uniworld.
You know what? So funny, because I heard it was based off of Burrell Communications Group.
Yeah, well, I think he's shopping this story around to everybody. That's really what I think.
They're so alike. They're so alike. Yeah. Uniworld Group and Burrell is so much alike, and that's actually why I worked for Burrell. I was like, the Boomerang agency, yes.
But I will tell you, there have been some stories that I'm like, oh yeah, I can totally see that played out on Boomerang. And I'm sure Burrell can say the same thing as well.
Yes, child. That's a whole conversation for another day.
Exactly. But that was so funny that you say that, and I was like, He definitely shopped that story around and sold that to different agencies. I wouldn't be surprised. What's the guy's name? Don Coleman. I wouldn't be surprised if he said that to Don Coleman's group too. Oh yeah, it was loosely based on you.
Based off of you. Right. Long live the Black agencies. Of the 90s and 80s. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like your own HBCU campus. It really truly was my time there.
Yeah. I was in Burrell in Atlanta. Those are some fun years. Those are some fun years.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that later.
Yes.
But okay, so wanted to talk about your other passions because you are in fantastic shape. You guys can't see it, but trust me, she is fit, okay? And I know yoga is one of the things that you are passionate about as well. So how did you get started in that exercise medium?
You know what? How I got started exactly, I cannot remember. I do remember taking yoga by Lincoln Center. And I remember I can't remember who it was. I remember somebody saying to me, We don't play about watching Boomerang. Chantel's funny. I'm sorry. The comment just popped up. We don't play. Someone recommended, because I had bad back issues. Right. I remember I used to like work out like crazy in college, and the Stairmaster was the thing, the step. And I didn't, I pulled something and it never was the same. So somebody said, try yoga. So when I moved back to New York, and where I was working, there was a yoga studio by Lincoln Center. And I remember it was by Lincoln Center because all of the dancers were in the yoga class, and they were like putting their leg all the way over on the other side of their head. And I'm just like, huh? And I'm like, oh.
What I'm still doing, struggle bus.
Exactly. So, and I just tried it, and I was like, this is making me feel good. And I just kept going and going. And then I moved to New Jersey, and I would take yoga at New York Sports Club. And Jen Sherman, who I found out now is one of the first Peloton people back in the day to go with Peloton. I just found her on Peloton literally like a few months ago, excited because she literally molded the entire way I taught yoga. Like her style, how she incorporated the music, like she made it fun. It wasn't so serious. And I became an instructor. I took my teacher training at Om Yoga, became an instructor, and literally like I had the chance to tell her this before we lost contact, that she was my muse for my yoga career and how I wanted my practice to be. So I started Rhythm and Flow Yoga. And this was in 2012, I think. And I kind of integrated now yoga into Epiphany Blue. I don't teach as much as I would love to anymore, but I do take it. I just went through a stint where I took it. I've been taking yoga every day for the past 3 weeks. Because sometimes I'll just stop and just take yoga. And it changes your mind, your body. And it's just, if people don't practice, just try it. Just try to go to a class. They have so many different styles, so many different types. Find what works for you. And, just having it every day, doing yoga every day since like the beginning of March, almost like middle of March, it's been a great experience. Because I'm usually on my Peloton, I'm usually cycling or lifting weights or whatever. So I have to take that time when I stop and say, I just need a moment. I'm going to do yoga, get my body reset, refresh, and then get back to the hard workouts.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm still trying. As you mentioned before, I was also a booster. I went to New Utrecht High School, so we played.
Oh, Utrecht! Yes, we played, y'all.
So I was also a booster. So I played at all the games, all the football games, all the basketball games. And so I was always active, but then having babies, getting married, you start getting settled, and then life happens. And so now I'm trying to get back into being more fit, being more active, losing all of this pandemic pounds that I've put on, and trying to, maintain a healthier lifestyle. So if you could tell a young girl watching this program one thing about your journey to womanhood, what would you say to her?
Ooh, one thing.
I know, because there's so many to choose from.
Yeah, there are. The first thing that, I try to just think, the first thing that comes to mind is never give up, right? Never give up. You're gonna, when I started Hip Hop for Life, there were people who I thought were my friends, right? Like they would be at the first class friend, a part of the plane, the friendship plane.
Yes.
And I remember telling them that I wanted to start my own company. And you would think like, girl, go for it. You go and you got. No, it was why. You're not gonna make any money. You're not gonna be able to do it. Like why? And I internalized that for a while, and I had to finally check myself and say, their disbelief in me was less about me and more about what they can't do. So I always tell that to the students now. So I always tell, maybe not younger as me, but younger women, younger girls, don't give up and know who's in your circle. Surround yourself with people who are going to cheer, lift you up, applaud you. Yes, help you when you're down. Yes, like correct you, course correct you, but lift you up, right? And so don't listen to the naysayers. Believe in you, right? Believe in you, searching for your joy. and don't give up no matter how hard it gets. Because when I tell you, I mean, we just survived a pandemic as an event planning agency. And 2021 was our most profitable year ever.
Wow.
And it's because of not giving up. And it's because of having a staff that did not give up. And, you know, that's what I would say. No matter what it is you want for yourself, and put it out there. When I went to college, I went to Freaknik.
Me too, girl.
Spring '97, we drove down from Syracuse to Atlanta, 5 girls, in a Chevy Blazer, and I was like, "Oh, I love Atlanta." I fell in love with Atlanta, and I was like, "You know what? I'm moving to Atlanta." Manifested it. By '98, I was in Atlanta. I was like, "Okay, you know what? I want to go back to New York." Manifested it. Okay, you know what? I want to live in Clinton Hill. Manifested it. Okay, I want to live in Jersey. Okay, I want to live in Jersey by the water. Whatever I wanted for myself, I said it, but I didn't just say it and sit back and relax. I said it and then put the wheels in motion to manifest my reality. You know, turn my dream to reality. Excuse me. And you have to just never give up. Like just don't. On your lowest day, go in the corner, cry, build a snot tears, get it out.
Yeah.
Fix your crown. Get yourself together.
Fix your crown. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Chantal said, yep, there's one thing Tamekia taught us: who's in your circle. We don't accept negativity around you. I know that's right.
Chantal, if you want to know something about Chantal, she's a person who will walk up in there with a smile on for everything. You don't know what's going on. She always has a smile, you know? and Imani, no negativity. Hey, you believe it? Yes, Imani. Yes. Aww. I adore them too. I really do. I really do.
They're the best. Not freaking, Tamekia.
That's another conversation.
But listen, we had to know what it was all about, right? We had to understand.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna tell you something funny. I was up in there Freaknik '97. Oh, look, scarred, everything. By '98, girl, living there, I was over it. I was like, I can't stand Freaknik. All these people, what are they doing out here? Have to show my ID just to get home. Because I lived right by the AUC, right by the Georgia Dome. So that was like prime Freaknik. I was like, I gotta show ID just to get home. I'm over this. Y'all need to go to hell back home. Yeah, I was old woman on the lawn by '98. Old woman on the lawn. But in '97, it was all about yes. And
absolutely.
That's all another conversation. But we just talked about my team member Erica and I talked to Imani and Chantel about Freaknik just like a week or two ago. We had the Freaknik conversation. And it was and how it started actually. You know, how it started a long time ago, and it was named Freaknik because of the song Freak Out. You know, that was the reason. And people who don't know that song took it to mean a whole nother thing. But that's another conversation for another day off of this beautiful platform.
Right.
Yes. Right.
As we say before, we don't talk about Bruno, we don't talk about Freaknik.
Right. What happened in Atlanta stays in Atlanta.
Yeah, especially
until you and I get on the phone.
25 years ago now, ma'am.
Yes, girl. Oh, 25. I just realized I'm about to be 25 years out of Syracuse. 25 on May 10th. Wow. Thanks for bringing that up. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
It's going to be 26 years for me and AKA. So, yeah.
Yeah, girl, I know. It was 94, 95, so trust me.
We've lived. We've lived.
Yeah. We ain't changing for the world, though.
Everybody saying hello to everybody. Guys, if you want to ask a question of our guest, hello, Bishop Tommy.
Hey, Fred.
Welcome in. I love it. Thank you all for coming out. Yeah, that's also coming out. Yeah. Sunshine said, oh my. Welcome in, everybody. If I didn't mention you by name, I was putting up your comments as we were talking. I just want to say hello to everybody who are here. If you are new and you love what I do, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Hey.
I need to subscribe to the makeup tips and stuff you do. I'm about to do that as soon as we're done.
Especially, okay, when we get to that section, we definitely going to talk about mother. She's a fellow
Yes.
mother lover for all those who are in the chat who are my brigade members.
Yes, I am.
You know, we worship the ground that Mother Pat, Dame Mother Pat walked on.
Yes.
She is everything. Don't do that Asian conversation. Look at y'all.
Look at y'all.
Yes, honey. You know I'm 197. Black don't crack, baby. Black don't crack.
You know what we do.
Winky D.
Oh, thank you.
Loving that hair color.
Hair by Garth. Hair by Garth. 34th Street Hair. Yes.
Yes. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Michelle says, I have been practicing manifestation and it is all falling in place as it should. Yes.
The power, y'all. Seriously, when you want something, speak it. Speak it, write it down, like literally, like make it part of your soul, and then you'll see. You know, you put your work into it and you'll see how things happen.
Absolutely.
Manifestation, that's powerful. And also it can work the other way. So y'all be careful what you ask for, because it can. I had some manifestations that I wasn't happy about. Yes.
Be intentional in your purpose. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what has been your biggest obstacle thus far? I know you mentioned last year within the pandemic, it being a banner year for your company. But what has been your biggest obstacle to date in running a company or in your personal life, managing, you know, being a mom and all that, what that entails?
So I'll start with professionally very quickly. So while we had a great year in 2001, we did lose business in 2020. I mean, 2020 should have been our year that we made the most profit ever, but you know, it wasn't that we weren't prepared. We like, school shut down in New York City on the 16th of March, I believe. By the next day, we were hitting our clients with options for virtual events and virtual learning. But then, of course, some weren't ready. So even though we had the plan, you know, so 2020 is hard. It was, okay, how am I going to keep this afloat? What I need to do? How am I going to keep the staff paid? Whatever. But what that taught was a sense of resiliency. It was resiliency. It was how you can pivot. It was spreading around your revenue streams. Big one. And all my business owners, don't rely on one revenue stream. Like, definitely make sure your revenue is coming in from multiple places, especially as a service agency. But that was hard. That was hard. Even now, it's still hard, because now you're dealing with the after effects of it. You're dealing with, you know, the cost, the inflation. You're dealing with, you know, the transition of staff. Like, there's still, you know, remnants of this pandemic. And I'm just like, how long is this going to linger? So that's been a big challenge. You know, there's definitely a lot of rough nights, tears, stress. But I just remind myself that, again, we're getting paid to make people happy, and we do events that bring people joy. So that's what keeps me going. Personally, one of my hardest obstacles was when we had to homeschool our son. When the pandemic hit, my son was 4, and his school was like, okay, we shut down. It was no type of virtual learning. It was no nothing. Wow. I just went into my facilitator mode, knowing how to do that. And I found lessons for him, and we took turns facilitating. So that was rough. But I think right now the biggest challenge has been with my husband going back to the office multiple times per week, is managing that. It's all on me as far as getting him from school. So it's like I work, then I stop, then it has to be, you know, not has to be, I welcome Jaden time. Then I stop when he goes to bed, just like I'm going to do tonight. And I'm working again till like 11, 12 o'clock at night. Only to be up at like 5 something to get my workout in, because I do it every day, my workouts. That's hard. Y'all, I'm not going to say it's easy. And then my son has, you know, Mondays. Actually, so you know, people dread Mondays. I love Mondays. This is the only, Mondays and Fridays, the only day of the week that my son doesn't have something after school that I have to run him to. So Tuesdays is karate, Wednesdays is soccer, Thursdays karate, Saturdays soccer twice. It's hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. And I give so much respect to moms who, I mean, yes, I'm married and I am taking a lot on, you know, because women, even when you're married, you do take on a lot, and that's something that you don't get told. But women who don't have that, I give them the utmost respect, the utmost admiration, because again, when my husband does come home, ultimately, like tonight, he'll take care of getting Jaden together in the bath, whatever. But there's a lot of people that don't have that, and a lot of women. And so, you know, I say it's my obstacle, but I also remember that there's women that have it differently than me who are doing this as well. And I just want to give much respect and praise to women who are doing it on their own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have a question in the chat that I wanted to ask you a little differently, because we already asked sort of this question already. She, you know, what would you tell your 20-year-old self how to navigate this world? Which I think is powerful, but I want to give it a little spin.
Okay.
In terms of, you hear a lot about alternative forms of learning. So for a 20-year-old who may think that college is not an option for them, or they can't afford it, or whatever the reason may be, how would you tell that 20-year-old how to navigate in this world, knowing that the piece of paper kind of gets you in the door, but it's the work that you do once you're in the door that solidifies the place? So
well, one, about the whole thing about college, one thing I always say is that it's not for everybody. My biggest thing is, and I've gone through many career things that I wanted to do, right? When I was 20, I was going to be a lawyer. Then by 21, I was going to be something else in School of Management at Syracuse. I would say this: think about what you love to do now that you don't get paid for. What is that thing you love to do now that you don't get paid for, right? Let's go 18-year-old before they even get in college. And once you discover yourself, your skills, your interests, your loves, your values, which is a course that something we do with Epiphany Blue with young people. We're doing a few of them now. Once you find that, allow that to dictate your next steps, because you may love doing makeup. Yeah, you may want to go to college, but you may want to go to cosmetology school, then maybe take side courses in business if you want to run your own company, right? So there's so many paths to achieve what you want, but take time to know you, and take time to know what your desires are. Take time to know what you love to do. I tell students all the time, tell me one thing you love to do, and I bet you I can tell you how to make a career out of it. I don't care if you like to gossip, shop, play a video game, whatever it is you want to do, I can tell you how to make a career out of it. And, you know, that's the first thing I would think of. Now, as far as 20-year-old navigating this world today, it's a fast-paced world right now. I don't even know how to answer that question. I'm still trying to navigate this world right now. There's a lot, and there's still even more changes happening. I'm still trying to navigate the whole hybrid remote kind of work process.
Yeah,
but
and
the
that's
one thing
my
I would
next
always
question, by the way. How are we doing this whole thing?
You're gonna make me do some yoga after this. No, I would say the biggest thing is all you have is your word and your character. Not your word and reputation, because your reputation is something that people give you. Right. Your character is something you develop for yourself. So all you have is your word and your character. So when you promise something, deliver it. Under promise and always and over deliver. Take care of your character. Take care of your personal brand. Right? If there's something that you're going to engage in at 20, with everything being on social media now, thank God there was no social media. When I was in school and college, I'm going to do a step for that. No social media. I praise these kids to this day. But if there's something that you're doing that can, like, think twice, right? Because all you have is your word and your character.
Absolutely.
And when you remember that, the choices that you'll make, you'll be more mindful about that. Absolutely. I hope that answered the question, but that's the first thing that I really...
And I would add, in terms of social media, things live on social media forever. But
Forever,
as
ever,
soon as you
forever,
think you
ever.
deleted it, it's still there. Trust and believe. So never put anything out there that you don't want to have years from now. Like,
Exactly.
I love the fact that I can remember back in the days to my grandkids and not have like the tangible
The
thing that they could go back and oh, grandma.
Yeah. I always tell young people I would not want to be you right now. I give them so much, like there's such a greater level of decision making that has to happen now with these young people than we had to go through.
Absolutely.
So it's yeah, they can keep this age. Whew.
Yeah.
So
Chantel has a question which I'd love to address. How do you acquire laser focus so a defeatist attitude doesn't overcome you? How do you stay focused? Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what? Let's be transparent. This focus is not always there. I get sidetracked, right? I may be getting sidetracked and looking and seeing what other people are doing or what this company is doing and why am I not here? And I have to then say, oh, the noise, drown out the noise. Because that's all it is noise, right? So I just have to focus on my purpose, my vision I have for me as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a CEO, as a team leader. And when you really keep that vision and that purpose in front of you, and I have all these little things around, like my little quotes and stuff that I love, and I keep them around me because it helps me stay focused and drowns out the negativity, drowns out the naysayers. Like I said in the beginning, I had people who told me I couldn't. And I was like, well, no, I got to prove to you that I can now, you know? But it's really about honing on the people that love you, that support you, the team members you have, Chantel, that support you, and Imani. And when you focus on that, it makes the other stuff start to really just sound like, like want, like Charlie Brown's teacher.
White noise, yes.
Right. But anybody that tells you that they do that 100% of the time is probably not telling you the truth, because there are times you'll get lost in the moments of, am I questioning yourself? Well, they're saying it shouldn't, or where shouldn't I be at this point in time in my life? Shouldn't I be here? Did I make the right decisions? And you get to like, focus on this. Here's Maya. Maya says this, and here's this quote here, and this, So that's how I do it, is just continuously surround myself with positivity, positive people, positive reminders about what I'm here for and what I'm going to continue to do with my time while I still have it here on this earth.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chantel.
Yes. So I have a follow-up question to that as you were answering it. With so many commas you have, wife, mother, mogul, makeup aficionado, like, how do you find time for each space in your life? Because within that, you have to make time for your husband. How do you carve out that within a 7-day-a-week, 24-hour-a-day cycle? Like, how do you do it all?
Well, as part of our 3-part Power Wellness series that we offer under Epiphany Blue, the 3rd part of that series is make you a priority. And my quote is, time is not something you have, because as long as you try to say, do you have the time? No, it's something that you make. And you make time for what's important to you.
Absolutely.
And for me, again, working out is important to me. And I said to myself, if I want to work out every day, I need a time of day that this is going to work. Because if I try to work at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, that is not going to happen. There's going to be like this here. My son's going to knock in. He's going to sit on my belly while I'm doing my boat pose. Like, so I get up, and I was never a morning person. So for me to get up at like 5:30, 5:45 in the morning to work out, I had to make that happen.
Right.
I don't ever feel like I have to make time to spend with my son and my husband. We have things that we love to do, like on Saturdays now until the end of the season. We get together, we'll watch basketball. My son loves it because he can stay up late, and then he acts like a teenager on Monday morning when he don't want to wake up because he fell asleep late on a Saturday. But and he's a Bucks fan, which is a whole nother thing. I don't know how I failed as a mother. Girl, he should be a Brooklyn Nets fan. I don't know how I failed, but we enjoy stuff like that. Like, we carved out time as a family to go to take him to the Knicks game because he likes Lonzo Ball because last name he thinks that's his cousin. Probably because my husband says it, even though it's not true. But we made time to go to the Knicks game because it was a Syracuse night, and so we, I don't feel like I have to make time to be with my family. It's just like it is what it is. This weekend, for the first time in a long time, I went out and celebrated a friend's birthday. Hi, Nadia, if you're watching, happy birthday. And as tired as I was, I had the soccer game with my son. I left the soccer game, came home, got them together, ran back out all the way out from Jersey to Bushwick, Brooklyn, and had a great time. Then I had to rush back to handle some other family stuff, but I had a great time. And so I have to remind myself, because like I said, not every day you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. Like I had to remind myself, Tamekia, and all the stuff that you do, getting out with girlfriends and sorors or whatever is essential. And I had this fear of COVID. And I was like, I just had all these fears that kept me in the house. So I say all that to say, you have to make you a priority. You have to make the things that's important to you a priority. You have to make the time to do it. And, while no is definitely a full sentence, so is yes. And I'm opening up myself to yes a little bit more now. So that balance of time, there is no such thing as work-life balance. It's your prioritization. What's important and what you have to put in front of something else because it's something that you want to achieve.
Absolutely. And sometimes the balance is equal and sometimes it's not. Sometimes, you have to, do a lot of stuff. So it's uneven. But those times where you can take out a moment to self-care, and I would love to know, like, how do you self-care? How does Tamekia take care of Tamekia?
I love self-care. It can be anything. So I'm not really 100% a bath person, but like a long shower. I love, like, yes, I did my hair day. So most people dread hair day. I actually enjoyed it. I love my exercises, of course. I love sometimes just binging out to stuff, right? So like a weekend ago, not this past weekend, one before, Bridgerton came out. So I did my binge. Okay.
Yes.
I watched Bridgerton. I thought yesterday I was going to binge to, what's that new Marvel show? Moon Knight or Moonlight? I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
And I was ready to binge, and I went onto Disney, and it was one episode there. Now maybe something's wrong with my Disney, but I thought it was gonna be more. So I was ready to binge it. So that's all I saw was one. But so I'll binge stuff and watch stuff, listen to music. I was on a whole 90s R&B kick for like the last week, this whole weekend, because I watched the Unsung of Soul for Real. And was just on this like whole 90. Oh yeah, it was good. I was on this whole 90.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, so like little things, sometimes just driving in the car, just silent. Just in silence is something I do for me. So I try to, I work diligently to find just the smallest little things. I have to be like, oh, I gotta go take a trip or go to the spa. That's not my reality. I remember to Massage Envy, I got like probably almost 20 hours worth of credits. I just haven't been. Partly because of COVID, mostly because of COVID, but but I have to find my time with my son playing, checkers or whatever we do, Uno. So yeah, Mario Kart. Love Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it. This is the little things that I just make, that time for.
Okay. Chantal has another question. She wants to know, how do you deal with the transition into open rural life? Oh,
open rural life.
You have to go into the office for the first time in 4 months?
For me, I'm a Cancer, so we are homebodies, June 22nd Cancer, but I also feed off of energy of people. Like living in Jersey, I miss walking around the city, walking around Brooklyn, just giving energy, just getting the energy, looking at people and just getting energy. When we're in the office, because we do go in the office every once in a while, like for meetings once a month, I try to have us come together as long as it's safe. I love that energy, right? I love that. The in-person, we did our first in-person event was a graduation. We did 2 graduations for high school last June. And I was just like, do you hug? Do you fist bump? What do you do? Like, it was just so like, everybody was just like, yes. And everybody was so excited. Yeah, I mean, I miss this. If I have another virtual, I would love to be sitting down with you somewhere with a camera on us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm so over this virtual experience, especially as an event planner.
Yeah.
There's too many things you can't control virtually, like internet going out or whatever. Like, at least in an in-person event, you can control more, I believe, but it's mostly that interaction with people. I love interacting with people, and I miss that. So for me to transition,
and being sorority girls too. Like, I'm used to being with my sorority sisters, having sorority meetings, and then the meeting after the meeting where we discuss
yes.
Like, I miss that. We're about to do our regional conference towards the end of this month, and I'm like giddy like a schoolgirl, like, oh my God,
you're in person. We're doing Boulé in Philly this year. And we were robbed of our Boulé in 2020. That was our Centennial Boulé. We had Centennial, but we were robbed of our Boulé, and Mary was performing at the Boulé. So we'll still have Mary. So we're going to be in person. And I booked my ticket right away. This was the announcement. The hotel was booked. Registration. I was like, I don't care. I'm going. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Mask and all, I don't care. Like, I just want to be in the presence of my sorors and people, I can't, like, this whole working from home is cool, but like, I need a little bit of both. So more than likely we're going to move into a hybrid situation. We're not going to, I doubt for a long time, ever be fully in person, like in the office, but I do want to have time to come together so that we can have that real organic collaboration, and get a little dose of that, and then go back, to the home, and then come back. So just figuring it all out.
Absolutely. Yeah, even if it's not like coming together in a work set environment, like in an office, just having that time to commune with everybody, your coworkers, in a relaxed setting that's not, sitting here and seeing each other from the neck up. Like, I miss that as well. So first day into this tomorrow.
And we were a hangout. Like when we, like the end of the year or like holidays, whatever, like we were hitting karaoke bars. I remember the last thing that we did in person together was 2019. I had gotten, hey, my cousin Monique. Hey, Monique. I had gotten them a suite. We got a suite at the Nets game, and I brought the whole team in. This was my team. I think Imani was on a team at that point, but I know Chantel wasn't. And we brought the whole team together, and we just, watch the next game. And so we would always get out and do stuff. And so now we're slowly trying to do that again. Like, we would go do pottery painting, and, so Lacey, Fit for Dance, she has a great studio in Brooklyn, and we're looking to go do a PD session at her studio in May, and just have the team go and do a dance thing at her studio. So these are the type of things I want to integrate back into our lives,
Awesome. So I see some new people jumping in. I just twins.
Bella and Gabby.
Jeffrey, Angel. Yvonne with Etta, Monique, Jeffrey. Thank you all for coming in. Discovering your why is huge. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Hi, Wiley Hustle. Welcome in. Yes, your word and your character, huge. Definitely. Welcome in, everybody.
You know, one thing I forgot to mention I do that I love, there truly is therapy in art. And like, I love like painting stuff, whatever. Like Claudine Cox, who's a soror, who also has her company Red Ink. She like does these like paint sips for us. And at times that we can like actually engage in it, like I find, one, I'm trying to be a perfectionist, that's a whole nother story. But two, I'm trying to make it, that's why I'm always late. I'm like always the last one to finish. But it's such a therapeutic release. And I forgot to mention that I genuinely love doing that as well for myself. So again, just find words for even coloring. Ever just as an adult color?
Yeah.
Like adult coloring is major.
Absolutely.
So like even that,
Yeah. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Hey, Women's Fear
Yes, I
versus
love it.
Manosphere.
I
Welcome
don't have on my
in.
glasses. I can't see the little chat right here, but I can see the big one.
Everyone saying hi. Esther says, love your honesty about this. Absolutely.
Thank you,
Absolutely. I know, sweetheart. Oh, here's another question by Chantal. How do you or did you validate your vision? Ooh.
So I see I might have to have just a one-on-one with Chantel and answer all her questions. I love you, Chantel.
I love it though.
Vision, you know, here's the thing. It's like I had like my vision is there, but I feel like there's more so when I had purpose, right? And I always felt like even when I was doing the stuff in the entertainment industry, or even when I started Epiphany Booth, like before it became what it was, I always felt like there was a purpose, right? And the purpose that I finally put a mission to my purpose, which at that time was to motivate and inspire people to be happier, healthier, more fulfilled in every aspect of life. So I felt like so the vision of what that can be what that can, how I can manifest that really is driven from me having a purpose, right? A purpose and a passion for what I'm doing and what I wanted to do with not just Epiphany, but with my life. Right. And I live in that all the time. So, having a vision for what you want, that's great. You want to have vision, right? But find the purpose, find the why in your vision. Because if you just have a vision, it's like, oh, okay, I want to accomplish this, whatever. But then it's like, get to the next step of really kind of manifesting that. It requires, I think, more than just the vision. It's like, okay, but why? What's my why? Because it's the why that's going to keep you going. Exactly. Right. In the darkest of times, it's the why that's going to keep you going. So yes, it definitely is vision. I like to consider myself like a visionary, but it really is driven by my passion and my purpose. Hope that answers the question, Chantel.
Yeah, that was
I love it. I love the questions that everybody's asking. Thank you, Chantel.
So King PBT threw some money in the chat, said nothing like listening to and learning from intelligent people. I'm really enjoying the
points blank travel.
Yes.
Nice. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's discipline, right? Absolutely. Nadia, welcome in.
That's the Nadia whose birthday it was. Happy
birthday, Nadia. Happy birthday, queen. Wait, let me show you some Brown Girl Bella love. We have an emoji.
And Lacey, I don't know if she's on, but her birthday, yes.
Yeah, throw some happy birthday emojis in the chat.
Yay.
So yeah, nice to hear that, Rod. Thank you for supporting the channel. Absolutely. Hey, Information Media Live, Sister 0608. Oh yeah. Welcome in, Fred. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Aw. Thank you. Oh, here comes Shanta. Some more questions. Girl, you doing my job for me.
I promise you, I did not tell her to do this. I promise you on everything.
I love it. All right, so let's get to the next one. CB says, how did you develop your sense of decorum when you walk into a room and you know that you may be unwelcome or undervalued? Ooh, girl.
Makes you positive. Makes you powerful.
How do you combat that? Ooh.
Well, that's very easy. It's because you have to, I'm not going to say the implementation is easy. The thought about it is easy.
Yeah.
You have to have a mindset that says, I am not going to allow my value to be dictated by somebody else. I'm going to dictate my own value. I'm going to write my own narrative, right? If you constantly look for approval or validation or something external, you're going to be very disappointed.
Absolutely.
There's been times when I have been there and have been trying to had other business people try to take me down, and not just those who are not our complexion. I had some of them who were our complexion trying to take me down, men in the industry, especially when I was in the entertainment industry. But as long as you have your sense of value, your sense of, and your worth, and you truly believe that, and you truly like enforce that with yourself, then they're not going to say that, hey, Desiree, and not going to say that it's not going to sometimes still get at you. But when you walk into that room, right, you have your confidence, you have your, you know what you're talking about, you're ready to bring it. But most importantly, you have that self-worth and that value, and you know what you bring to the table. That's all you need, right? Because no matter how someone else may try to take you down, you have to be that wall for yourself. You have to be that structure that can't be brought down by other people. Only you can really bring yourself down.
Absolutely.
So you have to make sure that you protect yourself and protect your energy and protect yourself, and don't allow others who have negative intentions to bring you down. And that's really all it is. It's really about making sure that you see your worth and your value.
So, Wendy, TT Wendy, Tameka's not on YouTube.
I'm not, but that keeps coming up. Epiphany Blue has a channel, but we haven't launched it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we need some social media support, but I've been told by a lot of people that I should, so I just have to get through this season of crazy, and once this season of crazy and work starts to subside, which will be soon, then I can focus back on what I have to do for my business and for me, for my brand. But thanks for asking. Keep in touch, and I'll tell you when I have it. You'll be my first subscriber. After my mama, you'll be my second.
There you go.
My mama will be your first. Yes.
I believe in supporting my girls.
Thank you.
So everybody's saying hi to Information Media Live. And saying hello. Nothing like face-to-face meetings. Yeah, the interaction.
My cousin who said that, she's an event planner too, so she gets it. She's a dynamic event planner, and she gets it.
All right. Michelle says, I'm loving working virtually. One day in the office is good. I do miss being with my sorority sister. Shannon is one of my we've been constantly seeing each other.
That's so nice. That is so nice.
Yes, actually, Michelle is my double soror because we were made in the same undergrad together. And then she's also in my graduate chapter as well. So yeah, grad chapter sorors and grad chapter sorors. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my little sister there, Michelle.
Oh, hey, Michelle.
And she's a channel supporter as well. So thank you, Michelle. Yes, the meeting after the meeting, honey. Sore Esther.
Yes, that's my favorite. We haven't been in person since last chapter we had in person, I want to say January 2020. Matter of fact, I was at chapter meeting when I found out Kobe Bryant had died, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that was the last chapter meeting. Unless it was I don't think it was in February though, because I think of caucus. But yeah, it's been a long time. I miss that.
I miss it too. And actually, we're going into our first hybrid chapter meeting this Saturday, but I'm going to be out of town, so I'm like, guess I'm going to be virtual again.
Be virtual again. Well, that's good that you're moving. I'm hoping that we start to move into that too.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
we needed it. We definitely needed it.
Yeah,
it's a big election year for us. So
good. Yeah,
we need to. Points Blank Finance. Same umbrella as Points Blank Travel. Showing love again with $50 in the chat. Thank you. Had to show love on both channels. Great live and great guests. Thank you so much, King PBT, King PBF, King PB Entertainment.
Oh, Serial Launch.
He's got 3 channels.
All right.
I don't know how they do it. I
don't know either.
My little channel. Hello, Mr. 100 rounds and his abs and arms. I
was like, is that an arm?
Yes. my ladies in my Bella Brigade get very excited when he comes around.
That is hilarious. I can't.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Imani said, "Oh, I love that. The arts are your life, Esther. Yes, love singing and
Singing and painting.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ray of Sunshine says, "Isn't it a great live? Then subscribe and listen.
All right, Ray of
Love your
Sunshine.
sisters.
Talk about promo.
I love them. That's why I give them all the tools so that they can do this while I'm
Yes.
focusing on just
Yes.
engaging with my people. So I love it. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Oh, can I give a quick shout out to my frat mother, Dwayne? Hey, Dwayne!
Yes,
My name is
yes. I didn't get to him yet, but I'm getting there.
I'm surprised I saw it without my glasses. See them little things right here? I need these. I was like, wait, let me see. Oh, that is so much clearer. Yes.
Oh,
hey, everybody.
yeah.
Hey, Kathy. Okay.
Hey, birthday, Nadia. Go ahead, boss. I see y'all. Yes, she is the GOAT, Miss Pooh, with these questions. I love
Yes,
it.
she is.
Oh my God. Oh, Wiley, I'm sending you healing prayers because I know she was bitten by a dog. And so
oh my God.
she's been going through
Oh,
it.
Wiley.
Healing mercy.
Wish you a speedy recovery.
Yes.
Don't mess with them.
Mm-hmm.
I need them little tiny dogs that be like, ooh. That's it for me.
That's what I have. My little yak dog.
Little lap dog. My husband's against. I'm like, no, we're getting a lap dog.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't.
I
Feel better.
I have a Maltese. Her name is Brooklyn. And she thinks she is my P. Diddy. She loves being all up in my videos. She's trying to jump to get up here so she can just look at the screen because she sees me talking and she's like, I need to be looking at what you're looking at. So she like comes over here. I'm like, look, P. Diddy, can I be in the video for myself?
She almost made her appearance when we were waiting in the back.
Yes,
I heard her.
Like, let's go. You hear her like a little jingle. Her collar. Yeah, she's a mess. Oh, wait. I want to keep this quote up that Ray of Sunshine picked up on. I'm not going to have my value dictated by someone else. That's I deserve to be here. I'm worthy. Yep. Yes, Tamekia. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Do not allow your value to be dictated by someone else.
That's right. What are you most proud of?
My son. I am so proud of the little person he's becoming. He's 6 and like I'm that mom on the soccer field, y'all. I'm the mom that people used to talk about, like, why is she yelling so much? Yeah. And like literally, like my son, see, now you're gonna get me started a whole nother tangent. Y'all will hear like midnight. He was in his little soccer thing or whatever, his soccer game, and the team scored, they won. They're 1-1, and he scored of the 9. He scored 6 of the goals of the 9, and he's like literally shorter than all the kids on his thing, and he went out there and balled the heck out. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm just like loving this experience. Being a mom, I mean, trust me, I love my husband, so being a wife is number one, but being a mother, like that's the title that's the title that trumps all titles. I'm so proud of him and how well he's doing. And I just sometimes sit back and just watch him. He'll look at me, he's like, what, mommy? Like, honestly, if he was up right now, he'd be up in here. He did try to kick the door down when we were like waiting and tell about himself, but like my staff knows he will make an appearance. Like I don't know, like whatever I have to do to make sure he's good and happy, I'm gonna do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Wally Hustle says, Tamekia, I never see anyone's name spelled like mine's with that I in there. So she's
I've seen 4 people with that spelling. And believe it or not, one person in Atlanta, the name was Tamekia Flowers. I lost it. I fell out.
My God.
A bank in Atlanta, the person's name was on a banner. They were employee with a mother, whatever it is. And I asked them, is this Tamekia Flowers here? She wasn't there at the time. That was the only time, that was the first time I've seen the name spelled that way. But one person was Tamekia Flowers. I could not believe it. That's when you think you're unique. There you go.
Listen, I still get excited years later when I see another Black Shannon. I'm like, girl, hey.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
especially, around my age too, because like I used to get, oh, your name is Sharon. No,
No,
not Sharon.
Shannon.
It's Shannon.
Put some respect on my name, please,
Put some-
Shannon.
Listen, and I used to say
Mm-hmm.
pull out my whole entire government name at like 2, 3 years old. Hello, my name is Etta. And my mother used to be like, girl, like not say like your whole entire name.
Right,
But
right.
but you get these things drilled in you. And my father used to say, this is your name. This is your name. I
Yeah,
named you this
yeah,
is your name. And so
yeah.
I would say, this is my name. When you ask me this is my name. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
they don't need to hear
Exactly.
all that. They just need to hear shit. And that's it.
That's it. They don't need all
You put too
that.
much sauce on it. You put too much sauce on it. Welcome, Dwayne Williams. He says, love to see you winning and teaching others to do the same.
Thank
Yes.
you, Fred, who I've known for so long.
Oh, I made a Sigma in the house. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Blue. I will be out of town. Yup. So there you go. She's gonna be out of town for the chapter meeting.
For the chapter meeting too. Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
life. Hey AJ, one of my sins. Hey, Spring 96 in the house. Kathy Flowers says, Dad and I are enjoying this live. So informative and so proud of you.
Aw, thank you,
Mommy
Kathy.
love. There's nothing like mommy love, right? Listening on the way home. Thank you, boo. Hey.
Hey, family.
Hey, family. Hey, Daddy Days. Daddy Days is on tour in Iraq. So he is joining us from.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love from Iraq.
From Iraq. Wow.
There you go. Has the most
Ooh.
adorable son.
Be
ever.
safe out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody saying hi to AJ. Hello to the chat. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna skip over some of the hellos because I want to get to. Yeah, he's getting
Yeah,
big.
he's getting so. That's the nose. He's getting so big.
Hey, love bug. All right, everybody saying hi, 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 hi.
Hi.
Such a great live. I'm going.
Oh, I get you, Chantel. I get you, Chantel. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Am I just here by myself?
For some reason, my
Oh,
here we go.
there we go.
He cocked out. I was like, wait.
I know. I was like, am I here by myself? Thank you, Chantel. Go ahead and do your thing. I'll see you in the morning.
Awesome. Jay's pretty awesome. Cheers to motherhood. Yes.
That's Auntie Momo right there.
Just at work, waiting to get off. Ray of sunshine. Everybody's pow pow. Hey there, pow pow. We have another question. Have you ever considered moving overseas for work and or raising a family?
I have to admit, there's 2 places I went to where I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to be here. One is Paris. My family's actually from the south of France, and another one was Ghana, but which I'm dying to go back to Ghana. That was quite a number of years ago. But honestly, no, not really. I'm hard for me to even get out of New York, only because, like I mentioned in the beginning, like I have my brother who's autistic and nonverbal, so I want to be here to just be here for my family. So I know if I even tried to say I'm moving somewhere, my mother would kill me because number one, leaving with her grandchild, please. This woman would hunt me down and strike me down and take her grandchild back. But yeah, I mean, I love to travel overseas and I love to come back home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, Paris, and Ghana. I need to get back there quickly.
Yeah, I've never been, but that is definitely on my bucket list.
Yes, you have to go.
I definitely go to Ghana.
Yeah.
So my next question for you is about Epiphany Blue. What's on the bucket list for Epiphany Blue? What's something you have yet to do, but you want to do it?
Go on a team retreat to Ghana. I would love to take
Ghana,
my
yes.
team to Ghana. I would to
Wait, I wanna join just so I can go.
like that is something that I like. I'm hoping to get that in before, like, I mean, if it was up to me, I would like, well, the pandemic kind of put a little monkey wrench in that, but I would have loved to have done that by 2025. But depending on how this pandemic goes, but I would love to do like a team retreat in Ghana. Yeah, that would be my bucket list for Epiphany Blue. So hopefully that's something we can make happen soon once this
Hopefully
pandemic
you
is
can
done.
get a client that will fly you out there to do an event.
Hopefully we would. Hopefully
That
we
would be
would.
amazing.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I
So-
just want them to like get out there, and then I want my mother and my family to be there with us because they need to see what I saw out there.
Yeah.
It's life changing. It's life changing to see those displayed castles, and it was life changing. So
Wow.
I would love to do a retreat out to Ghana with the staff.
Wow.
And Monty said I'm packed already. I knew she was gonna say something.
I love it. Listen,
Something.
Imani, I'm gonna be in your suitcase. Trust.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
that's
right
something
there.
that's something I never shared with them, but that's something I want to do. Like that's something I want to do. I want them to experience. I wanted to do that for years, like to do like a team trip there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a brief commercial break. Stay right where you are. More with Tamekia when we come right back.
Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, please.
All right, and we are back. Miss Pooh says she's packed too. She's ready. She's ready.
Oh, that's Monique. Hi, Monique. That's my other team member who I said was with me with Hip Hop for Life. Hi, Monique.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I know it's hard because I see the 629. So yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So let's get into a little girly talk now. So you have amazing, amazing skin. What products are you using on this gorgeous face of yours?
Oh, thank you. So I'm the type of person who loves Sephora. I'm rogue, so a rouge rather. So I'm just like, yeah. But so I use like I wash my face with fresh soy face cleanser. Love it. Smells great. But I make sure that I kind of layer the moisture in my face because my skin doesn't get very dry. So I'll use like a Kiehl's Essence or Glow Watermelon toner. Then I use the vitamin C serum because I am getting older and I'm starting to see some things on my face. I'm like, oh no, rolling up with the jade rollers.
Yes.
I use I forget the name of which one it is, but it's in the small little thing with a little dropper. I can't remember the name. And then I put on my little eye cream, and Sunday Riley, CEO. I love that product. It's a little heavy in the summer, so I have to now start transitioning to my summer moisturizer. But for like the fall and winter and early spring, that's a great moisturizer. And then sunscreen, y'all. Winter, spring, summer, fall, cloudy day, sunny day, especially when you're getting older and your skin is starting to thin in certain places. Wear your sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. Like put it here, there, everywhere. Neck, everything. So I'm just started getting on a sunscreen kick about a few months ago.
Yeah.
And then my favorite things to use now actually is this moisturizing face primer by Bobbi Brown.
Yes, vitamin C.
It's
Doesn't
oh,
it
it
smell
smells so good.
amazing?
Wait, there we go. It smells so good. And
Too.
it's a face primer, and I just literally wear this, and I don't really put much on my face. I may do some concealer. My Too Faced Born this way. I'll put that underneath my eyes and just go. But it's important for me to keep my skin moisturized because I have such dry skin and sensitive skin. So I'll get like breakouts and stuff in certain places. So it's really important for me to do that. And I do that every day. And then at nighttime, I'll use like a little bit of retinol underneath my eyes every other day. And then I will put, I think it's by, I should have brought that in. It's like this, the small jar. I forget the name of it, but I use it all the time. I just forget the name. And I put it on at nighttime. It's like a night cream on your face. And it makes your skin feel so silky smooth and soft. So yeah, just a couple of things. And then Origins has a green mask that I'll use. That's a mask that you don't rinse off. You put it on and eventually just absorbs in your skin. And you wake up and your skin is like a baby's bottom. It's just so soft. And
yes.
So.
I'm a huge fan of overnight mask. I use one by Glow Recipe called the Watermelon Sleeping Mask.
Yeah.
I slather that thing all over my face. I go to sleep. I wake up and you can see like little pieces where it's like peeling or whatever. And it's so satisfying to wash it up and just have your face feel so soft and healthy and hydrated. Because we don't realize when we're sleeping, our cells are regenerating itself. So as much water and moisture as you can put into your skin. It only helps.
No, it does.
I don't look a day over 25.
Let me tell you, I learned that I mastered the art of sleeping on my back because I was always a stomach side sleeper, except when I was pregnant. Then I was a side sleeper. But since January, I said every night I'm gonna sleep because it helps me also with my back issues and then my breathing. I was gonna sleep on my back, and now when I feel better when I put these things on my face overnight because now I'm on my back and my face, so there's nothing wiping it off. I'm not wiping it on my pillow, so I even enjoy it more because now I actually wake up and it's still completely intact on my face. So yeah,
absolutely.
Love that stuff.
Red Sunshine says she tried the number 7 vitamin C serum today, but she can taste it and she thinks she's getting a reaction to it. Oh, so stop!
Oh nope.
As soon as you get a reaction,
gotta do the test. Gotta do the test. Test it first out and see. Yeah.
So definitely stop using that. Stick with Clinique. If you like Clinique and it's working for you, don't change it. Don't change it.
Oftentimes we get caught up with that. Like we'll read something. Oh, this is a new thing to try. I know, I do too. But sometimes good old faithful, like the soy cleanser. I've tried other things, but came right back to it because it's the one thing that just always made my skin feel good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I see something from my mom. My mom said you make me smile. I'm so proud. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
That's the best.
There it is. Aww.
Yeah, that's the absolute best. Hey, Terry, the Notary Republic. Hi. Welcome. I can tell a difference in Bella's skin over the last 3 years. Less pigmentation in her skin. It's amazing to see the transformation. And I tell you guys what I use all the time. Now I'm a loyalist, but I do mix things up because my skin tends to get complacent when I'm like constantly using the same thing over and over. So as the seasons change, I change what I do. So now that we're into the spring season, I find that I'm getting a lot more squalene into my skin.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
I'm getting a lot more niacinamide into my skincare because that also helps with like the hyperpigmentation. And I know like right here, if I'm not drinking enough water, telltale
the dark
right underneath, dark circles, dark marks. So I know when I need to hydrate and get it going. My skin
here.
Right, my skin will tell me. My skin will definitely tell me what's going on. So now let's dig into that makeup bag.
I just want to get to the bag, babes.
Yes,
Oh,
get
I
to
didn't
the
think that
bag,
was a thing. I
babes.
would have brought more bags. I would have brought more. So
Like,
I
here's
feel
my
like I'm
night
not gonna have
boxes.
enough.
Get to the bag.
I feel like I'm not gonna have enough. That's the thing. Okay, I'm about to go run into my bathroom. Okay, there we go.
What you got for us?
Okay, so I already shared my this. I really love this. So really, y'all, just look for the Bobbi Brown
Mm-hmm.
face primer. It gives you moisturizing. It's really good for your face. I love it. I love it. Again, I know this can be a little bit heavy, but I'll use a little bit of it. It is the Born This Way by Too Faced. So it's really, really good. I just use it here, right here underneath my eyes, and just blend it in. I don't put it anywhere else. This can literally be an all over like concealer for your face, but I just put dabs of it underneath my eyes so I can give it them circles when I don't get enough water. But this is great. Shout out to Whitney, my Sora. Can't Stop My Pretty, who put me onto this.
Awesome.
I love Mama Pat, like we said, Pat McGrath. I love this. This is what I have on now, my lipstick here. I went into a different shade. I'm normally a neutral chick, but thank you, ladies at Sephora, for getting me out of my comfort zone.
What color is that one?
You know, don't give me the line here. Hold on. Time for the glasses, mama. This one is executive.
Executive realness.
Realness, yes.
Yes.
Executive realness. And I bought another one, but I took it back. I got a little scared, so I took it back. It was like a bright orange. So I love Mama Pat. You about to show me yours?
Yes, because you know I've got them all. I've got them all back here, but I have a small version of Executive Realness that I use during my spring and summer months. Ladies,
yes,
pretty pink. It's such a pretty pink.
And you know what? This lipstick is hard to come off.
It is. Her mattes are really, they're great because look, as I'm wiping.
I mean, it'll transfer a bit because it's not that type of lipstick, but it's definitely hard to come off. So that's good, long lasting. And that's what I like about that.
And especially when you're wearing masks and going indoors, outdoors, eating, drinking, you want something that, you know, holds you down.
Yeah. You may need to do a little touch up, but priming my lips, y'all. Right here, Summer Fridays.
Oh,
this right here, y'all. I used to use for Fresh. They had a SPF, an orange stick.
Yes,
that was my joy. They discontinued it. I wanted to go burn everybody down. And it was Sephora again. Someone told me about this, and I've been using it. And this is my second one. My first one's little, like that one's been used up. So I love this. Hey, Lucian. This is like great to prime your lips for a lipstick, especially when you're wearing a lipstick that, you know, doesn't transfer. It's, you know, stays on all day, all night. You want to make sure that you're using this. This is great to use. And then I use the sugar exfoliation, the scrub, which like literally you can eat. It's so good. This is like smells so good. And I'll put that on my lips too, just to make sure I prep my lips, you know, like a few times a week, to be able to wear these types of lipstick, because again, my lips dry out very easily. This right here is holy grail. This, I will never stop using this. I love it. Gosh, let me see what else. Oh, when I just need a little pick me up when I'm on waiting to get on Zoom, and I realize, oh my gosh, I don't have my lipstick on. I keep this in my desk drawer. It's my Fresh Tulip. So I'll keep this on there, and I'll just use it to, you know, give myself a little boost of color, a little tiny one, little tint. When those days when I forget to put it on. This one here. Have you ever heard of tinted before?
No.
So this is, see, it's red.
Ooh,
You can use this as a lipstick, but what it's for is to put under your eyes. So it helps to mask. Like, it's like, I wish I can do whatever. I have some stuff, like but you put it under your eyes, and you blend it in, and it helps to diminish those dark circles under your eyes. I discovered this during the pandemic, because, you know, my highlight now is my eyes because, you know, the mask. So I discovered this beautiful bad boy during that, and then also can double as your lips too.
Awesome. I have to look, new product alert, babes.
Yes,
Vintage.
yes.
Let's
And
get
it was
some.
on where I found it was on GMA. You know how they do the deals and steals? And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And I checked it out and found out that, it was a real makeup brand and they were really doing all this amazing stuff. And it works. It works for my eyes. And the last I'm going to cover, two
Like,
things.
heck.
I love my little Fenties. I have all of these. Everybody knows a staple. Love
Yes.
the Fenties. This is the color, of course, I have on me all the time. We all know this color. This color is the color that's good on everybody.
Yes.
So when I just need a little pop of gloss, I keep my little tiny Fenties everywhere in my desk drawer. And then this is my Super Goop powder.
Oh, yes.
You know this one?
I
So
know
it has like the
Super Goop,
powder
yeah.
down here. So you open it up, right?
Mhm.
And then you kind of like brush it off. And then it just, I was doing this like 50 million times before I got on here, y'all, because I sweat. I'm nervous. I was nervous. I was sweating. And, I just give myself a little dust and carry it with me. Put it back
Nice.
on. And if you keep it locked, keep it closed correctly. Because a lot of people say, oh, it leaks a lot. I'm like, well, that's because you're not closing it back up at the bottom. You have to close it back up. So that'll be my carry with me in my purse to kind of give myself a little shine-free action. And it has SPF.
Nice.
That's all I have for you today, ladies. We could have brought this computer in my bathroom. I could have had a whole show for another 2 hours of what I have in there. But I just brought some of my key things that I know that I like to go to. Oh, wait. Better than sex. Okay.
Mascara.
I got a little bit of residue around it because I was rushing to put this on before I got on today. But this right here,
Yeah.
I like the fact that it doesn't clump up.
Mm-hmm.
It does make my lashes extend, even though I don't want to extend it too much because then it rubs my glasses. But I like the fact that I can just use a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. Again, another product that my soror told me about. And I think that's all I have. Yeah. That's my
Hey,
stuff.
James Money 615. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh my goodness.
I'm getting text.
I'm getting text now.
Yeah. But I've never been honestly speaking, I've never been a big makeup person. Like I'm the type of person who had to literally watch the YouTube videos, learn how to put skin stuff on in order. Okay, toner comes first, and this comes this and this. I literally had to learn all that. I don't know how to contour. I don't want to do all that stuff. But I've never I don't know how to do it because I've never done it. I never felt like I had to do it. For me, it was always a little goes a long way. So a little bit of stuff just to hide the little wrinkles. For me, it was really more like a cute lip or some little bit of eye stuff going on. But I've never been, in full of transparency, that big like makeup person. Like I see my cousins, like my cousin Monique and her sister, they're a dynamic at their makeup. And I'd be coming in with a little lip like, hey y'all, but they'd be like all done looking fab. And but that's never been me. But lately I've been discovering more stuff because of aging. But it's like still don't feel like I have to put all this heavy foundation and stuff on my face. I don't really do that because I don't have the skin for that. I don't have the skin for that.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
A sunblock by Isden. That is a powder and with a push-up brush. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's how this one is too. Not really a push-up, but yeah, I guess it kind of does push up, but no, it pushes down. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Best mascara ever. Yeah.
Now the fact that my cousin said that, the one who I said has all the cute makeup going on, I feel validated. Thank you, Monique.
Yeah, push-up brush. Interesting, Michelle. Yeah. So you mentioned sunscreen, which is big on my channel. I tell all my ladies and my gentlemen, get yourself some sunscreen.
Yes.
Go to sunscreen.
Yeah. Shiseido? Am I saying it correctly? Yes. I just bought some new one because I had one from a while ago. So I just bought some new one. And I like that it gives like a mattifying effect. It doesn't make me shiny. It doesn't take a lot to rub it in. So it doesn't like go on white like a lot of sunscreens will for our color. It literally is soft, is light, and and I love it. I use it face and neck and chest in the summertime. When I go to the beach, obviously I wear something heavier on my body, but I never put heavy sunscreen on my face. I always go, that's my go-to because again, anything that'll block my pores will cause severe breakouts for me. So that's my go-to. And again, was recommended by Sephora. The women at Sephora who are always reliable. But yeah, and I'm sometimes even just putting that on without even the rare occasion I don't put this on. Makes me feel fine too because of the fact that it diminishes the shine on your face. And wear sunglasses, y'all. So funny thing. Even like again, sunglasses are not just for cute sunny days at the beach. Like wear your sunglasses even sometimes when it's cloudy because those UV rays still emit. So you can like, especially for this part as you get older and this part of your eyes start to get weaker and the skin starts to get thinner, you want to protect that. So, and especially if you use any retinol there, you want to make sure that you're protecting your eyes. So whenever you can, wear sunglasses.
Absolutely.
To protect that part of your eyes too from the UV rays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ray of Sunshine says sunscreen and water. Bella drills and demonstrates. No, I do.
Yes.
No, I do.
Yes.
AJ says she swears by Black Girl sunscreen.
That's the sunscreen I use. Yep. I have two of them. And I saw them on Good Morning America. Again, 2020 from Good America. That's my sunscreen.
Light, uses it year round, is for the face and will not block your pores. Absolutely. Come on.
Now that was a little bit, AJ, that was a little bit much for my face. Again, I have uber sensitive skin. So it's a little bit much for my face, but everywhere else was perfect. I love Black Girl sunscreen. And it rubs in again nicely, doesn't leave like residue. Yeah, I love Black Girl sunscreen.
And I just found out it's available now on Ulta.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I'm like,
yep, they're stepping it up. Yeah.
And I get points too. Yay.
I just missed using my $10 Ulta coupon I had. I was so upset. It expired yesterday. I was so upset. No, Saturday, the 2nd.
Oh, I was going to say, if it expired yesterday, you might be able to pull it out. Sometimes
April 2nd. And they gave me a warning. Your coupon is about to expire. I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. Showing up, went to it today, like, oh, I get my coupon. Nope.
All right. The good thing is you'll collect points and you'll get it again.
Yes, I'll get it again. Yes.
Absolutely. As to loving these tips, join the channel. You love the tips. Join the channel. Join the Bella Brigade. Also a sun hat on the beach. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, a must. A must. Or at least like I had these chairs that actually had the canopy, like a regular beach chair, and it had the canopy over. That was my thing. I was like, I had that, lost it in my flood that we had, but I'm gonna get them back for this summer. Little canopy, it was the best. It was the absolute best. I can't wait for beach weather, y'all. Whoo, I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Josie Marin, yes. Skin Dope Argan.
Josie Marin, yes.
Yes.
Actually, Josie Marin is my retinol eye cream, Monique. That's the brand for my eye cream. Yep. With the argan oil. So I got her argan oil too, and put that on with the retinol, which I would have to do. I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So tonight's my night to put my retinol on with the argan oil.
Perfect. Yeah, I have rituals too. I do my exfoliation on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do my retinol every other day, so 3 days out the week. And then my sleeping mask, like if I can get it in every day, I get it in every day. And then I have a facial steamer that I use on the weekend.
Now that's what I need. I need a steamer. Yeah, I got to elevate my game to a steamer.
And I have one that you can put like essential oils in as well, so you can and get the essential oils.
You need to drop that in the chat or something. Let us know what the brand is. I need a good steamer.
Vanity Planet. Look,
Vanity Planet. Vanity Planet.
Oh, please let me bring it up because I see it right here because I just used it when I was watching the rest of Bridgerton.
I wrote it down too.
So here she is on Vanity Planet.
Nice.
And rose gold, because y'all know I'm a rose gold fanatic. Anything rose gold, I'm in. And it comes with like these little trays here where you can add your essential oils to the steam. And I got a big bottle of purified water that I use for my face.
Yeah. Yep.
Brooklyn be trying to get some of my water. I'm like,
no. Step back, Brooklyn.
Mommy's water. That's mommy's water.
No,
and not your water.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's like my moment of self-care. Like good steam in your face, fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's a great, it's a great
I,
buy.
I'm gonna definitely look into that for sure. I wrote it down. I'm gonna definitely look into that
Yeah.
too. I want to share something that I
you.
just got put onto from my line sister Sharice.
Please.
The powder brow. Y'all know about powder brows?
No.
Girl. Okay. So Monarch and Moon. Her name is Francesca, and she does this thing with your brows where
Mhm.
it's like semi-permanent makeup. And what she does is she puts like tattoos like a powder on your brows.
Oh, is it like
To make-
micro shading?
No, no,
Oh, okay.
no. I know it's not. It's definitely not microblading. Now, I don't know
Yeah,
about
because
micro
that's
shading.
what I had. I had
Different.
micro shading on my
Okay.
eyebrows, and it's like a powder. It's
Mhm.
semi-permanent. I went last year, so it's been a year since I've had these.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went last year, and then 6 weeks after I got it done, I had to go and get it filled
Get a
in.
touch up.
And then and then
Yes.
it lasts for a
And
year.
then
Like
it
I
lasts.
have to go back to get it touched up until next year.
Yes, exactly. So I got mine in January, which is hence the reason why I started sleeping on my back. And then I got my touch up about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. So right now I'm at the part where it's kind of growing into its color that it's going to be. So it's still a little dark.
Mhm.
But talk about perfect brows every day. It's like you woke up and somebody did your brows for you every day. If y'all don't know about it, check out powder brow or micro shading, I guess it's
Micro
called.
shading, yeah.
But I know that that my person calls it powder brow, and it is so worth it. So worth it, especially because my eyebrows are so thin. Yeah.
Yeah, mine too, which is why I got it, because that was the bane of my existence, trying to get these little thin brows to look like something. And
you can toss away your eyebrow pencil. Toss away, not toss it. You're gonna keep a little bit because when it starts fading, we need to fill back in. But put it to the side for a while. You don't need to go with that pencil. You just wake up, brush your brows up,
and that's it. I'm done.
And you're gone for the day.
I'm done.
That's my thing.
Want to get the purified water. So she sees me pouring in. She's like trying to.
Exactly.
But I wanted to say one thing as we're talking about the powdered brows. If you are interested, I did do a vlog on my trip to go get my brows done. So if you want, I will throw it into the description box in this video. So if you're interested, go check that out. It was myself and another YouTuber. We both went and got our eyebrows, and she used to say, you know, when we got our eyebrows done, she's like, we're perpetually prepared now. So I had to put that in the title. We went and got our brows, prepared.
Yes. I have to give a shout out to my sans Sharice who put us on, and then I put my sans on Tanisha. So we all now got our cute brows, thinking we all cute or whatnot. So
Yes. Sleeping on your back after micro shading. How come? I don't know. My girl didn't tell me that. What?
So
do it.
I'm a side and belly sleeper, so that means that most of the pressure I put on the side of my face and the front of my face. So when you think about it as getting like a very surface tattoo, right? So you want to make sure that there's nothing covering it. So I didn't want to have my face rub against a pillow or press up against the brow, because one, I don't want it to start peeling quickly and fade my color.
Right.
And two, you just don't want that pressure on your face. Not to say it hurts, because it doesn't hurt at all to get done. But you just don't want that pressure on something that you just recently got done. So and your first week, you're not supposed to sweat heavy.
Yes.
So my workout, that's when I started doing the yoga workouts more consistently, because I was not going to not work out. So I ended up just doing yoga. So I did, I don't really sweat too much when I do certain types of yoga, but you don't want to get put that pressure on your face and for all intents and purposes mess up your brows.
Right.
Now I can, clearly, because it's been more than a week, but now I've gotten but also I found that my chiropractor, I was going to a chiropractor, told me to try not to sleep on my side or my belly, because it creates this compression in my lower back. So when I sleep on my back, I put a pillow under my knees. And so my bed is slightly elevated. I put a pillow under my knees, and that's how I sleep. And I don't have any back pain when I wake up anymore. So something that started because of my brows ended up being great for my back. And then also I have, I don't snore, but I have sinus issues. and it helped me like be able to breathe better at night.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, so
Learning.
my person had a
Listen,
whole
I
list
love
of stuff
learning
to not
something new.
do. Yeah, she had a whole list of stuff. She didn't say not to. She just said avoid any pressure contact with the
Sure.
brows for like the first few days. But she gave this whole list of things. She even gave these little like brow protectors, like when you wash your hair, but this little visor above your brow, so it
Okay.
covers your brow like to right here, and you can wash
Mhm.
your hair and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. Yep.
Awesome. You're scared to get your eyebrows back. Listen,
Oh, Monique, talk to me.
you're looking at Punky Brewster right here. I was such a punk getting my I don't like to sign up for unnecessary pain.
It's not
But
painful, and I'm the worst at pain. It is not painful. Like the first, it's like someone just doing like this.
yeah,
A soft little
it's
scratching.
annoying. It's annoying because you
Annoying
want
is the
to tell her
word.
to stop, but she
Yeah.
has to do that. She has to fill in it. And I love the process because they measured to make sure it
Yep.
was a symmetrical cross.
Mhm.
She, measured the top of the brow to the
Yep.
middle of the brow to the end of the brow to
Yep.
make sure everything was just right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she took her time, and that,
And colored in, showed you what it was gonna look like.
yeah.
And then what she did for us, like she does the first round, and she
Mhm.
puts on this ointment, like
Yes.
a little ointment. Then after the ointment's on, you might as well sit there. I actually, the last time I went to get the touch, I fell asleep. I
Oh, wow.
fell asleep. I
Yeah,
was
when
so
I
exhausted.
Mhm.
Yeah, and my Sans told me, she's like, "Oh, I fell asleep." I was like, "Oh, I would never fall asleep because I just feel like I'm gonna tilt my head to the side and she's gonna mess up." And I don't know what it was. I was exhausted, and I literally fell asleep for like 15 minutes. And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I fell asleep on you." She was like, "It's okay, it happens all the time." So if you
Mhm.
can fall asleep,
Yes.
yeah. So Monique, give me a call, sweetie, because I was scared too, and I eventually got it, and is a game changer. So call me, honey bunnies.
Absolutely. Yes, I will definitely put that video in the description box.
Yes, please. I would love to see that. I would love to see it.
Especially
Professionally
prepared.
prepared.
That's
I love
right.
it.
Commissioner saying hello to
Oh
people.
gosh.
All right. So, oh my gosh, we have had such a great conversation. I can't believe we've been on almost 2 hours. Can you believe that?
Shut up. Oh my gosh, it's 150 hour 57 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the UNC championship is on. Yep.
Oh
Might have
my
to get to my
God.
basketball. Now this was awesome. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed this. This was amazing.
Yeah.
No, Monique, I had the same concern. Trust me when I tell you, they do it first and then show you. Come up to New York. I'll take you to my person. Come up to New York,
Yes.
Monique.
Absolutely.
I'm about to holler at my cousin on the side real quick.
Me too. Thank you, King. All right. So, oh my gosh, it's been a pleasure.
Total pleasure.
Connecting with you again. Let's not be
Yes.
strangers. Let's
Oh,
keep
we will
in
not.
touch.
We will not. I'll see you next Monday.
Right here, right here. Right here. Yes, honey, you got to be here for on Mondays.
Mhm.
Crap, honey. We
Mhm.
have a good time. So, any parting words for our panel, for our people, my Bella Brigades, anything you want to say in wrapping up about your life, mother? We didn't even get to talk about your wonderful husband.
My wonderful husband, yeah, he's so sweet. We went to see he went to Syracuse as well. We didn't really know each other there. He had to leave for a little bit and came back. So I actually graduated before him. Even though he's older than me, so I claimed that. I'm like, yeah, who graduated first? Thank you. But he's also a member of Omega Psi Phi. So my son will never be a Sigma, ever. No, he's sweet. He's amazing. He really is. But as far as parting words, yeah, I mean, I guess the three things I want to just kind of reiterate. One is, again, time is not something you have, it's something you make. So make time for what's important. And the most important thing, not our kids, honestly speaking, is us. Because if we can't be well for us, we can't be well for anybody else.
Absolutely.
Right? If our energy is not where it needs to be, that will project onto our children, our partners, our friends, family. The second one would just be, like I said, like, don't let anybody dictate, what was gosh, I just forgot it. Right? Don't let anybody dictate. I would just say, like, who you are, right? Don't let anybody, like, write your narrative for you. Write your
Exactly.
own narrative. Okay.
Mhm.
And then the third one is just go for it. Don't let anybody stop you. Nothing stop you. Don't even, and don't be your biggest obstacle, because
Mhm.
oftentimes we are our biggest obstacle. Oh, I'll get to it. Oh, I wish I can do this. Oh, I want to know. Put it in action. Stop being
Mhm.
your own
Put it
obstacle.
in action. I
Put it
love
in
that.
action.
Put it
Yeah, put it
in
in action.
action.
And most importantly, just I thank you all. I thank everybody who joined in, especially because I posted it so late. So thank you, everybody. I was
Yeah.
so busy, so crazy. I'm in staff hiring mode and work, whatever. So I was like,
Mhm.
did it tonight. Like, hey, everybody, join in. But thank you so much and for the chat and the conversation. And thank you, Shannon, very, very much for just having me here. I know that I wasn't the most responsive person with this week of craziness. We had to handle like exiting, offboarding a staff member. It was this crazy week.
Mhm.
But you were like, I need a bio and headshot. You went and found your own. I was like, okay, girl, thank you. Didn't even know you had a bio until today. I'm like, oh, got the bio. Great. So thank you so much for having me here, for your patience as we were able to make this happen. So thank you.
Pleasure. And this is season 2. I did a whole season last year of Boss
Ooh.
Babe. So you are the first up in my season of
Oh,
Boss Babes for season 2.
yay!
I'm so happy that we were able to, like you said, make time for this. And I
Yeah.
believe in powerful women, and I have so many in my life from all walks of life, and you were one of them. And so when I had
Oh, thank
my
you.
manifestation of the people that I wanted for Boss Babes for this year, you were on that list. And so I wanted to
Thank
make that
you.
happen. So yes, put it in action. That is
Put it
the
in
theme for
action.
today. Put it in action.
Yes.
So ladies,
Yes.
gentlemen, whatever you are thinking, whatever you are feeling, whatever passion project is motivating you, put that in action. There's nothing
Yes.
but to do it, as my dad used to say. So go ahead and make it happen. Make it yours, claim it. And until next time, you know what? You have now been bellified.